Well,
it's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
I don't know why you keep
Cry
thinking
if
this
I
is the
want
intro
to.
theme.
Cry if I want to. You
We've
would
already
cry
had the
too
intro
if
theme.
it happened to you. That is the intro theme.
I've already played it. The thumbnail's been there and everything. It says
No,
Bros Bad Gaming.
Your music is not the intro music for this.
It's my channel music.
It's my bad.
It is your bad gaming, yes.
Yeah, Bros Bad Gaming. I'm Bro.
So here we are today, and we're with this episode that's titled Dead Man Island.
Dead Man Island.
But how do we get to Dead Man Island?
Well, we have to have the setup first.
Exactly.
So, our young, attractive hero.
Sorry, was that one of your NPCs in the party?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
They're probably a higher level than you anyway, aren't they?
One of them was at one point.
Well, yeah, there you go, yeah.
The cleric was
The cleric
actually
was
higher level than me.
than the player character. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So, everyone in chat will be like, "How does that You don't want to know. You don't want to know."
Now this is the GM's fault.
Yeah, of course it is. It's hardly mine. Okay, so
Right.
So, in the city, there is an organisation steeped in mystery and power and wealth. They are
Right.
the Golem Works,
Okay.
creators of engines of magic and metal and power.
Yeah.
Some of these creatures may be made of flesh, hewn from the dead and brought back to life
Right.
by vivisectionists. But others can be forged of stone and steel.
Okay, that sounds a bit more, palatable than that one. Yeah.
Expensive items sold to those who want to make sure that their valuables or even themselves are protected by creatures that most blades
Can't harm. Yeah.
Can't harm, yes.
Yeah, these constructs are pretty nasty, as I remember. Yeah.
And so, the Golem Works is operated by wizards, sorcerers, and even the clergy
Right.
to make these unholy abominations in the eyes of some. And it's the Golem Works that calls out for assistance.
Okay. So it's a good setup. Okay.
Okay.
We have a mystery.
We have a mystery. Well, yeah. A product that they need has been stolen just
Right.
before it arrived. For some of the most expensive golems, their joints are their weakest points. And so to make sure these joints are as strong as the rest of the golem, or as strong as they can be, they employ one of the rarest, most expensive metals that can be found anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Star metal.
Okay.
Adamantine.
Okay. Meteorite metal, basically.
Meteorite metal. Forged by dwarves in the hottest of the hottest forges. For no ordinary forge of a blacksmith could ever get hot enough to melt it.
Right. Okay.
And so a small consignment, merely an ingot, a single ingot, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
was on its way from the dwarven forges and was going to be melted down to strengthen the joints on a number of these new colossi until it vanishes just before arriving.
Okay.
They believe a group of ex-adventurers turned criminals, skilled like adventurers, because that's what they were, with their own abilities and spells and obviously magic items, has stolen this wealthy consignment and fled with it. And so, we're tasked recover this all-important assignment. 5,000 gold pieces will be your reward. Ingot is probably worth 30, 40
Yeah, I was going to
grand.
ask, because I assume the ingot must be worth a
Oh
hell of a
yeah,
lot
you
more,
could forge several swords with it because the this metal is so strong.
Yeah.
So we're taken to a location to speak with an agent of the Golem Works. A wizard, a spellcaster of some kind himself. I was never sure if he was a wizard or a sorcerer or what.
Well, you always tell one is better than the other, and that's always the sorcerer. So yeah, go on.
No, not necessarily. No, don't start that again.
What wizards are terrible? Sorcerers are supreme.
You've never played a sorcerer. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Look, they don't call Doctor Strange the wizard supreme, do they? Hey? Yeah?
Yeah, if you say so.
Go on, with the tail munge.
Yeah, don't start that again.
Ow!
Don't spill your drink.
You slapped me in the eye.
Yeah, I know I did. Yeah, it was a good shot. It made a good noise as well.
did.
Hopefully it came through.
It probably did.
Right, so
Right.
this guy has a couple of guards around him. We can tell that even though he's just an agent, he's still deemed important.
Right.
He informs us of what's happened and gives us some clues as to the group. There was 4 of them. One of them was an elf female. Another was a strangely clean-shaven dwarf.
Oh, that is odd.
So that gives us a you know
Dwarves will look weird without their beards.
yeah. So this gives us some ideas. So off we head.
Right.
The first port of call is to speak to some of the thief members.
Makes sense because they have fences and stuff.
Fences.
These kind of.
Has anyone tried to move such an item? We speak with a group of them. Some of them don't even know the robbery has taken place yet.
Because it's been so soon. Yeah.
It's been so soon, and the Golem works try to obviously keep matters quiet.
I would assume this would be quite a hot item, though.
This
would be difficult to shift.
Yeah. But there'd be loads of groups that would want it, obviously. So finally, we hear from. We spend a whole day learning nothing virtually. And
Okay.
Yeah, just traipsing around, getting nowhere fast. Until finally, a minor pickpocket informs us that he saw a group that included some similar people taking a rowboat and heading off to this small island. There's a bunch of little island chains around this area,
Okay, right.
you see. And he said there's a small rocky island, and they seem to be heading there. Oh, at last. So finally...
A lead.
A lead at last, because it didn't look like we were going anywhere.
Which is pretty much all of his games.
Yeah, literally roaming around, learning nothing, and starting to kind of lose your patience.
Mister, where do I start the adventure?
Yeah.
Hello? Can anyone help me?
Yeah, choose one of the 4 different selected things to say, or else you're buggered. Yeah. Okay, so head to the docks. We head down to the little pier, basically.
Yeah.
And there's a group of sort of small fishermen who've got like a larger rowing boat. So not like a little tiny one.
Right.
One that would like take 1 or 2 people to row.
When you say small fishermen, are we talking like Culshes kind of size?
Yes, they're very small.
Right, they're very
Yeah,
small.
they're
Okay,
very small.
right, okay.
Yeah.
He won't listen to this anyway. So
Oh, that's fine. Anyway, you're playing with fire with that one.
Nah, he can't find me. It's fine.
Right.
Okay.
So we go over to one of this group. Look, we'll give you a couple of gold. We want to get over to that island pronto and then bring us back.
Right.
Oh, over to that island? There's nothing on that place. That's just rock. There's some birds that use that for the laying their eggs and stuff. But you won't find much else over there. The place is pretty empty.
I'm just going to raise my hand here. This is not what the NPC sounded like, is it?
No.
No. You see, you're making the adventure sound like there was something happening. When you did this with the gravekeeper and stuff. You gave him a character and everything, but we know that the GM of these Bros Bad Gaming sessions, he doesn't go that far.
Okay, but
anyway, you're adding personality. It's just.
Are you sure that's where you want to go, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we want to go. A couple of gold, you say? Well, it's deep waters round there. Yeah, that's fine. We're not looking to fish. I just want to go on the island, check it out, return. You'll bring us back. I'll give you 2 gold and another gold if you bring us back. Oh, that's fair enough with me, sir. My son here will help me row. We'll get you over there soon enough. We climb into the boat, as said. So this is a decent sized rowing boat.
Okay.
The 2 of them are
they're the oarsmen. Yeah.
the oarsmen, and they start taking us over. Takes us about 40 minutes to get over there.
Right.
So though it's close, it's still quite a row to get there. And we arrive, and as they said, it's a mostly rocky island. There is some like greenery, but most of that is little tufts of grass.
It's like a bit of shrubs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
not much,
and mosses, greenish and yellow mosses.
Okay.
But there's like a little area you can get to that you can easily kind of climb up to get onto the top of it, and that's where they head for. So they know the place a little bit anyway, as they said. So they row us to that, and we're climbing on the slightly slippery rocks.
Okay.
When as we get a little higher, notice out in the back out in the waters, there's another rowing boat just
Bobbing about.
Yeah, just bobbing out there. So I move back down a little. Hey, there's a rowing boat over there. That must have been their rowing boat the people were after. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's going to be have any valuable knowledge in it. Can you row over and get it for us?
Right.
Row over and get that boat over there, that other rowing boat. Yeah. Row over and get it. That's more than my life's worth. Come on, son. We're not getting mixed up in this kind of affair. We're out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Rowing. Come back. You're supposed to take us back, and I'm going to give you I won't put my life in danger to go and get another rowing boat. You're a madman. And they start rowing away.
So the actual boatswain, he didn't say any of this, did he? He just left, right?
They say that's more than my. You're not putting me in your crazy danger or something. And just rowed off.
But it's just a boat.
And I'm saying to the GM, wait, what? What?
What danger?
How are we supposed to get? What?
Now, because you didn't tell them the details of like, oh, we're chasing some like dangerous criminals or thieves.
No,
you just
obvious
asked
because
them,
they'd whack the price up.
Yeah.
But I'm not an idiot.
So you just asked them, like, can you take us to that fucking island over there? That's all you said. But now apparently I don't want to get mixed up in these dangerous schemes.
Okay. So he rows off.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I've got some swimming skill. Yeah, well, you'll have to do several rolls to get over to that boat.
Do you have any
in this choppy sea?
Do you have any spells or anything that would have got you?
I'm not powerful enough to cast like flying spells and stuff like that.
What? None of the NPCs
have such a spell prepared.
Oh, right, okay.
Or necessarily even know the spell. So I strapped off most of my gear.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting weighed down or anything that lowers my dex. Mm-hmm. Jump in the water. Swim. Manage to make the rolls. Get over to the boat.
Right.
And there's a dead body in it.
Okay, right.
So I'm like, oh, this was valuable knowledge. There's only one oar, so it's really slow to get back over to the island. Get back over to the island with the boat. And now getting told that I'm like, because I'm freezing wet.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get like a kind of hypothermia type thing. So my character's stamina or
your constitution
gets lowered by 2. So I'm like shivering and stuff. So we check the body. It seems to be whoever they hired to row them across, and then they've slit his throat.
Right.
So unfortunately, no valuable intel.
No, that sucks. Okay.
So moor it back up or tie it as best as I can to this metal old iron spike stuck into the
one of the rocks.
That they would have used. And we head up after I've clothed myself up and using a cloak from one of the other NPCs to try to stay warm. We head out onto the island. Now, as has been said, there is very little foliage, and this is not a big island.
No.
So after we've walked around for a bit, I'm asked to make a perception roll.
A common roll that's made all the time for anyone who doesn't play anything like
to
D&D
see if
or
you
Pathfinder.
spot things.
See if your character can notice anything unusual or anything of interest.
I roll.
Okay.
I roll a 20.
Oh, the best roll.
So, as good as you can get.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Plus your stat.
Plus my actual stat were nearly 30.
Wow.
Really high.
Okay, yeah.
But I've got like +8 or something.
Okay, so really good perception check.
Really good perception check.
Right.
And it's at this point we're told we have found, after several minutes, we have found a body.
That's a bot. Okay.
Okay.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, yeah, it's in the boat. No, we found that one.
Right. So we found a body, a second body.
Right.
This is a body on the island. So we go over to the body on the rocky island that's got virtually nothing on it,
Yeah.
that we've been traipsing around for tens of minutes. which was enough apparently to get, one side to the other, north to south, east to west. And now we found the body.
Okay.
And this is the other member of the rowing team who's also had his throat slit,
Okay.
but is now in the middle of the island.
Right. Okay. And is there anything on this poor dead gent?
Nothing. Not a thing. No clues. No nothing.
Okay. So you had such a high roll. There must be some other evidence of like if
No.
he was. What?
So, we haven't got any choice. We start moving around the island again. So we have virtually searched this island once already.
Yeah.
And that led us to find a body just lying there in the middle of the island. So we start searching again. Do another roll. And it's just on around 20 again. So
Okay.
So with the 8, it's around 20. So not as good as the first one, but still a high roll. And this is our second time, so it's also starting to grow dark. It's getting colder. The sea is getting choppy.
And you have no way back.
We've got that rowing boat, but we've only got one oar.
Yeah.
And so our chances of getting back are now getting really low. And I'm still like trying to understand why the two men just rowed off after me asking for the smallest bit of additional help.
Yeah.
We're told we find a cave.
A cave. Must have been a very small cave.
I think that. I assume that. But apparently it's like the entrance is like 7 foot tall.
Wow.
To which I say, on this small island, there's a cave. And the guys who've been here before, who told us about it, never mentioned a cave. Oh, well, they may not have known about it. I don't see how.
It's fucking huge.
That's a big cave entrance. It's not a small one.
No.
So we head in to the cave and start moving down into the bowels of the island, apparently, where finally we come across an area of the cave that's been lit by magic. So a light spell. Draw swords and move forward. And there's the party we're looking for.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, we're about to get into some combat.
Get in a fight, yeah.
But then the elf woman speaks up. Oh, finally you've arrived. I'm like, what?
What?
You're the ones we've been waiting for. So we can sell this ingot. It's highly prized. There's bound to be people coming after us by now.
Right.
Were the ones come to purchase it from you. That's right. No one else could have found us. Because this place is so well hidden.
It is, yeah. I mean, it needed 2 pretty good perception checks to find it.
Didn't it?
Didn't it? Yeah.
Didn't it, though?
Yeah.
And how much did we agree to pay for the ingot? Why, 5,000 gold pieces is what you offered us. You said you'd get us away from here as well. Right, that's right. 5,000 gold. But we've been waiting so long, we've made our own arrangements. And so I'm like,
what?
You've made arrangements here in a cave on this desolate rocky island.
With who?
That's my first thought. And it's not with the people that are apparently selling the item for the price that we're going to get for
retrieving it.
Right. So I'm like, well, I want to know what
what was the logic of this?
So you have your own way off the island. We does. That's no mind to you. If you've got the money, we've got what you came for. They open a small casket and there it is.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, what do we just... How do we deal with this? Do we just want to fight them? So I'm then told
Right.
to make a sense motive.
Ah, the classic.
So this, yes, the sense motive that was once used to unlock doors.
Unlock doors, yes. Yeah.
Instead of my thief skills that I had.
Yeah.
So
No.
make a sense motive roll. Okay, and make a sense motive. I can't remember the roll. I'm guessing it wasn't important. I then get told, you by eyeing this group up, you can see that they're probably a higher level than you.
Oh,
not possibly better equipped.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
So I have to scrounge together
$5,000
from myself and the other NPCs and hand that over. They then give us the ingot and tell us to get out the cave or else.
Right.
So we leave the cave, but I decide, since we're going to be stuck here for a little while anyway, because rowing back is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
And it's now in the middle of the night. Let's stay near the cave exit to see if they come out. Maybe we can get the drop on them.
Okay.
And find out who they've made this other arrangement
Yeah, who they
with.
made the deal with, yeah.
And maybe the real people they're supposed to buy will also turn up and we can get the drop on them. So we can find out who arranged all of this, and maybe we'll get a bonus to cover our...
Yeah.
Nobody turns up all night. No one comes out. No one arrives on the island. No one goes in.
Okay. So the next day you're going to go back down and check, right?
Yeah. The magic spell is gone. No sign of anyone.
Right.
There's nothing. There's no clues. They're just gone, I'm told.
Okay.
No one turns up to actually buy the item. We're the ones that turn up.
Yeah, so the original buyers should have turned up.
But no one turns up.
Fuck's sake.
It's at this point that I get slightly annoyed with the GM and actually say that none of this stuff makes sense.
No, it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense.
He tells me, whatever. I know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So we go back to the rowboat with the one oar.
And arduously get back.
Yes. Slowly having to try to make our way across, making rolls to try to... One of the NPCs has prepared a spell to help kind of push the boat in the right direction.
Okay.
And it takes us like 3 hours when it took 40 minutes. We get to the thing. I see the old man.
Right.
So I go storming across. Hey, I want my 2 bloody gold pieces back. You'll get nothing from me. Nothing from me. If you cause some trouble, I'll tell the law. My brother's one of the town guard. Don't be giving me no hassle. Now be off with you.
What the fuck?
Like, what? This is... what? So, we wander off and get back to our digs at the tavern we're staying in. No sooner have we arrived, there's a heavy knock upon the door.
Right.
It sounds like someone in armour. Open the door, there's one of the guards there.
Right.
That was with the representative.
Oh, yeah, he gave you the mission to begin with, yeah.
Believe you have something of importance that we require back. You'll come with me, but I'll take the item. Okay, we give him the small box that it's in. Follow him through the streets to a building near to the Golem Works. Move in there. The representative is there. He takes it, has a look, checks it. Ah, well done. Well done indeed.
Right.
Seems you've recovered my stolen property, he says, like, all mysterious.
Again, the NPCs did not sound like this.
What you have to keep...
Because you're giving this terrible GM more fucking credence by saying, like, oh, but it's alright, he did these voices for the characters. This is all the bro adding this, by the way. He's adding flavour. Texture.
And what of those who stole our valuable consignment? Well, I explained to them that they were more skilled than us, but mistook us for the dealers, and that we were able to purchase it for the agreed price of 5,000 gold.
Okay.
Where did they go from there? what happened to the real
Buyers, yeah.
buyers. Oh, they never turned up. No one arrived, and they vanished. You don't know anything more than that? He then complains. So remember, the GM has put this in position and is now having his NPC scold us for his GMing. And by the way, this is not the first time this has happened to me.
No, I'm sure of it.
So angrily, I say, no, that I don't know any bloody more than that. That's what I bloody know.
Yeah, this is what happened.
This is what bloody happened. And I was left on a bloody island with a damaged bloody boat with one oar and a pair of bloody bodies because an old man and his son rowed off for no bloody reason, and we spent all night on this bloody island freezing and wet, and no one turned up and no one left.
Yeah.
Well, I see. Clearly your skills are not quite as good as I had been led to believe.
What the fuck?
However, you have recovered our property. And since you have been put out somewhat, I will pay you an extra 500 gold for your work. So we get 5,000 of our own money back plus 500 gold.
Split between everybody, that's not much.
That's 100 gold each.
Yeah. That's pretty bad, yeah.
And so, Dead Body Island is solved?
So that's it. There was never any follow-up. Did he ever explain this after
Nope.
the fact? And you've asked him since?
So he then alluded that we might go up against this group again.
Oh, no.
When we're higher level.
Oh.
And find out what was going on. This group has never, ever, ever been mentioned since. And I have long since left that whole region of the world. After several more incredibly bad decisions by him led my character to quit the entire party and go solo.
Ah, well, that'd be for a
which you
future
know
story.
about.
Yeah, I know about this one, yeah. Well, that'd be for a future episode of Bros Bad Gaming, won't it?
Yes.
Yes. The Dead Man Island. It was a good one.
So that's it. We made 500 gold pieces. There was no fights. There was no XP.
No, there was some skill checks.
There was some skill checks, but basically we did nothing.
Yeah, it was exciting. Yeah, I'm sure the greats like Gary Gygax and all that would be proud of his decision making with that adventure.
It's pointless, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, not even having the opportunity for you to, even if the bad guys escaped, but not giving you the opportunity to ambush the real buyers
and thus drag them back
and take the fucking money that they were going to use to buy that in the first place,
thus making 5,000.
Yeah, that would have been at least something.
But no,
no one appears. They get away. There's no explanation for what the fuck happens. NPCs act in random fucking means. I know other adventures sometimes have NPCs act extremely aggressively towards you for no apparent reason, which I'm sure will get mentioned in other episodes. But yeah, it's...
Well, we can mention the sea monster because that was just a random thing.
Right.
That was just a random event.
Yeah, well,
that happened to be happening.
I think we can probably put the sea monster one in with someone else because I think there's several smaller ones that are like that.
Yeah, they're just random events he set up.
So you could have the anthology of those.
Yeah, of random.
Yeah. So
rubbish.
Plus we're getting up to about half hour now.
Okay,
anyway, so.
okay.
But yeah, that was BBG 5, Dead Man Island.
It's exciting, isn't it?
So far we've had 5 blisteringly exciting adventures. And several more to come. And they're still ongoing, aren't they?
Oh, they are ongoing.
Your recent weekends are just as memorable.
That caused an argument, yeah.
Yeah, last week. Last week caused an actual argument. I could hear him shouting through the floor about how angry he was. So, it's going to be good. Thanks for listening, everybody, as always. Hope you have a good week or weekend. And, we'll catch you for the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy adventuring.
Yeah, not for him, though.